ready?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got this.
I guess they're on.
They're on. They're all on.
Okay, go ahead, I'm rolling.
You're rolling? Okay, here we go. Well,
I guess I'm not about when she's through. Okay. Okay, so we're going to.
Well, wait just a second.
Okay.
wait, girls. I just don't know if this is going to work any.
I know.
During the service.
No, I'm in the choir in the service. And go.
National Honor Society, because students, if you are, they have scholarships too. Get on their website and see what you need to do to get those scholarships. City or council member, mayor, and governmental officials, let me tell you one thing that I learned when I raised money for the Boy Scouts. If you're an elected official, you got a treasure chest. And it's called an award chest. You guys familiar with that expression? Have you heard that, award chest? And it's what elected officials have remaining after they've won their campaign. Any of those who haven't won their campaign. So they got this money sitting in there. They've amassed this money, okay? And I found that if I went and I talked to those elected officials, and I pointed that out, I usually could walk away with a check in the Boy Scouts of America, okay? Now, I was selling the Boy Scouts, you're gonna be selling yourself. I'll promise you, there probably aren't more than 1% of the students who will take me up on something like this. And look at where she is now. You think Obama got selected or elected on the basis of his charisma? No, man, I'll tell you what, it was a number of different things, but boy, he had the power of Oprah Winfrey behind him, okay? But that's how she started out in high school. She got an internship, so there's no reason why you can't do the same. Okay, other sources going local, banking institutions. Where do you bank? How long have you been a bank customer there? Meet with the branch manager. Again, get dressed up, take your portfolio in there, or your resume and your transcripts, and ask to meet with the branch manager. Do not take no for an answer. Okay, I'm a customer here, I want to meet with the branch manager. I'll tell you, they're going to meet with you. They're always interested in high school students. So you go, you meet with the branch manager. My parents do business here, and we're interested in seeing how you could support us in terms of my college education. Here's my letter of acceptance. Okay? And if they say to you, hey, I'm sorry, we don't really offer scholarships, that's with the regional office, then you say, and this is what we call closing the sale in sales. Fine. Can you tell me who the name of that person is? And by the way, may I use you to say, okay, so I said, Ryan, you're getting $7 an hour to work at Quiznos as an assistant manager, okay? You spend, let's say you spend 10 hours working, all right? You get 70 times 10, you get 10 hours, $7 an hour, $70. You spend that same 10 hours applying for scholarships. Let's say you get a hit, it is $250. Now multiply that over 4 years because you're pursuing a bachelor's degree. Was that worth it? Okay, and you know what he said to me? Well, I know if I work, I'm definitely gonna get the money. If I apply for scholarships, I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I said, but if you don't apply, you won't know anyway. You just won't know. So again, I grabbed him by the ear, marched him, sat him down, and made him fill out the scholarships, okay? Religious institutions, remember I said, over 90% of my students are gonna have success with religious institutions. You will too. And when you have success in any venture, whether it's employers or professional memberships or Rotary, Lions Club, Kiwanis, any of the service clubs, very big about doing stuff like that. And then in your scholarship search handout, I have a list of websites. My favorite is fastweb.com. Why? It's a repository of scholarships. And here's what happens. Your student takes the time to fill it out. What majors are you considering? Pick 5. What hobbies do you like? Pick 10. What's your religious background? You know, pick 2. Where does your parent work? Put that information in. It's going through these millions of scholarships, and it's matching your criteria to the scholarships in there, and then it sends you an email to say, hey, so-and-so, what's your name?
Jacob.
It says, hey, Jacob, we found 5 scholarship opportunities where you meet the eligibility requirements. And it contacts Jacob. How cool is that? So then Jacob takes a look at it and he figures out if he wants to apply for it or not. Okay? All right, here are all my tips again. Remember, I don't have these written down. Apply only for funding from agencies where you meet all of the minimum criteria. Remember, this is common sense. Apply for admissions now. You guys, we do have applications if you want to fill them out. It doesn't mean you're going to come to OSUIT, but we will get you a letter of acceptance that you can use for your scholarship funders. So you may want to think about filling out that application. If you don't apply, you're not going to know if you're accepted or not. And I'll tell you, for all of the colleges and universities, until you're applied and you're accepted, they're not really going to talk to you about scholarships. Okay? So you have to do it. Make copies of completed applications before you submit them, asking if they've received your information. Okay? Beat the deadline by at least 2 weeks so that it provides you with the opportunity to follow up. And always send a thank you note. Always send a progress report or transcript to funders when you receive that scholarship. Focus on local scholarships first, where you're most likely to have a greater success. Focus on the smaller scholarships, $250 to $5,000. Why? Because fewer students are applying for these. Okay, final note. Depending on what you guys, we'd like to know if this was helpful to you and if you have any suggestions on how we can improve it, because we're going to do this as a regular service for students. Okay? Any questions? Y'all, I know it's tough to come out on a Sunday, but I'll tell you what, I am so pleased and impressed because you're way ahead of the game to come in here and do this, and I know that you're going to be successful, and we just really appreciate your being here. Thank you so much. All right. So at this time, you could take a break because you've got 11 minutes, so if anybody wants to do a bathroom run, or if you kind of want to hang out for your next session, or if you want to hang out in here and you want
Right on the desk, and on the right side of the desk, there's people that could tell you where to go.
Is that where we find the orange bag also?
Yes, that's where you sign in and everything.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Rex, how you doing?
Okay, so if they went to the tour thing, we tell them. Thank you. Did you all go get a cookie and something to drink?
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to get everything to fit in here, right? Oh.
Go ahead.
I've been on there papers.
Yeah, you have to take that. Go. Victoria, stand over here.
Oh, y'all, are y'all on a tour? Ah, you scared me for a minute. I thought, oh no, we don't have our computers Why? She should get.
Earlier. It should be fine now.
You're opening it.
Hold that, it's mine.
Chairs are on the inside.
Treasury's gonna be fine.
How do you do it? Just make
It's fine.
What you got? What you had when you came?
Huh?
What you had when you came?
Does she have to sign this before you come out?
when my name comes. Goodbye. What is that? Ethnic line. Hispanic, Latino, not Hispanic, and white. Emergency contact number. Oh, and it says contact name.
Hi.
It doesn't matter how many I mark, right? Okay. Daddy said something about me having to fill that out.
They're gonna look and see if they need any other information, so if any tax returns, anything they need.
Oh, okay, may I put
They'll send you a letter or email or email if they need. Give that information back to them. You send it, they'll review it and send an award letter. On that award letter, it's gonna show you what your Pell Grant, staff loan information, parent information, OTAG.
Carla said that she's still practicing numbers. Something printed earlier, so for what it is.
She'll be out here on the spring.
Keep going, it seems like.
what do we do here? There we go.
Okay, it may
That's nice. I know a whole lot of my daughter don't
choose it or
don't even know her favorite color. I bet it's
Permanent
At first, and usually it's real time, but sometimes it has to go through and kind of go through all the checks and process and the security checks and verifying that you're a citizen. So
twice the amount you originally told her to spend.
You got on there that you started with.
I have to say.
This confirmation number?
I don't
I can get you out far enough, let's start.
Okay, there's already a screen up, so
Yeah.
that was what was there.
Okay, which one did you click? Which far? There'll be a series of, all kinds of questions for you.
Put your social security.
I mean, somebody else. First
You talk fast? There's no space to go. Okay, re-enter it. What is the
Go back a page.
You don't have anything out here that has that all that stuff.
right, you become a legal resident?
That's not.
Now, you'll need a pen.
Yeah, then you
Are you using a pen or do you pen the student?
It's probably 0. Gotta go back up to
Did you use it?
She is mine.
Okay, did you use any of your tax information?
Yes. Oh, so mine needs.
I think you have to go back up to
So,
that.
do I need my tax information? No.
No, just like she signed up for a pen. And that could be what's.
But I am single, but I'm not divorced or widowed.
What's your question? Huh? What is your question? What do you want to say? 106.
Then when it says
No, you have a question, you got it.
So it'll be, that's kind of.
Do we have to answer this question? I mean, she's not married or anything, so just leave it blank. Just leave it blank if it don't pertain to you. And you say, not divorced or, I mean, this is about her. Right, so just leave it blank if she's not any of the three.
Next step is going to.
Just leave it blank, okay. Will it ask her questions and then ask about my stuff later on? Okay, okay.
Remember that, okay?
Yeah, it was vinyl back there.
Okay, I haven't done any of this. Hey, how are you doing?
What, when it says, bachelor's degree and everything,
General education, so if she come here, it's gonna be associates.
okay, so you need to put associate.
Either one of them. Like I said, these aren't critical information, this is just database.
Database, okay.
information, which kind of tells us when if she was to come here, she's planning on the 2 years.
Okay.
None of these questions that are coming through here are necessarily showstoppers. They're just general information type stuff. Like this stuff here.
Like you said, you're building a database.
Right. And she can change her mind on any one of these when she comes up to any institution she chooses to go to. So. Now, when you go through those, like, probably don't do a don't know right here.
Don't do a don't know.
Because you want like that.
Yeah.
Do both, because that tells the financial aid when they start packaging you, whether it's here or anywhere, that you are interested in that, and that's money that they can set aside. Whereas if you do, I don't want it, then you'll have to come back and tell us later.
Okay.
So it's better to go ahead and do it up front and deny it later.
Are you gonna make those feature?
She tried. Hi, Rex.
Hey,
You look nice today.
thank you.
I think you should work every Sunday.
Me?
You're happy.
Who would be happy to come in and work on a Sunday?
I don't know. That's what's kind of weirding me out about you. I know on Monday it's.
Surely not. We probably need to ask the student like this, and we always don't catch these. So, even if, after you submit it, go ahead and print it out, just review the information, make sure you didn't put any extra zeros in there.
The overview, yes.
What terms does the FAFSA cover? Any FAFSA that you complete covers the fall, spring, and summer semester at OSUIT. And that's the way it starts here. It goes from July 1st, previous year, to the end of June, but the semester doesn't start until the fall. So keep that in mind. Your 2008 unit, that can get really confusing. If you're a student and are considering coming and one with 2008 for the 09-10 award year. So if you're doing that, just be careful that you're filling out the right one with the right set of taxes, because it can be very confusing. We have a lot of students, parents say, I haven't supported them they moved out right out of high school, they're on their own. They shouldn't need my taxes. Well, according to the Department of Ed, these born before January 1st, 1986, is married as of the date of application. If you get married after the fact, that is something, marital status cannot be changed on the FAFSA. I told the previous group, I actually had a couple come to my office a couple of weeks ago. It was a young couple who were planning on getting married in June, and their question was, would we qualify for more aid if we go, we can go ahead and get married earlier if you think that would help. Well, I'm not even gonna go there, so, and the student, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, we'll see. If you have a dependent other than your spouse, if you're a single parent, you're under the age of 24, that does make you independent. You're an orphan in foster care or ward of the court after the age of 13, that will make you an independent student. We do require documentation for that, so if you find any, or you know anybody else that's in that status, we will ask for documentation. An emancipated minor or under legal guardianship. This is actually a big change for this next year. Before, students had to request a special consideration before they could be considered an independent student with this designation. Again, we do ask for, there are legal documents that prove you are an emancipated minor or a ward of the court. If you're a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces, or if you're currently serving on active duty for purposes other than training. If you have been on active duty, your DD-214, if you're out of the military, it has to show at least 1 day of active duty status on your DD-214. So if you're just in for just training and then get out, that's not going to qualify you.
And one thing with financial aid is you see all these things, this is what the federal government has allotted. This isn't something that OSUIT, this is gonna happen wherever you go. OSU Stillwater, OU, any of the NSU. So this is what the federal government has, and there are special things that you can do, and Mary Lou's gonna go through that. But I think the one that I hear a lot of is, the having the dependent child. I have a child.
Scholarships, and then if you're ready to fill out your bachelor's application for financial aid, and people walk you through that as well. And there's tours that'll lead.
And ask her first her name, where she's from, what she does.
All right. And what's your name?
My name is Catherine Lloyd, and I'm with the Quest Upward Bound program out of Tahlequah.
And did you find the event beneficial
Oh,
today?
definitely. I brought, about 9 families came today from the Tahlequah, Sallisaw area to fill out the FAFSA, to file the students' pre-application for financial student.
Oh, wait a minute, I don't think I turned on the mic.
Well, that was a good dry run then.
It was. I remember, don't ask yes or no questions. She did a good job fielding it anyway. Don't say, did you?
Well, see, I was
Tell me
never
about
a
this
good
one.
field reporter.
So I'll teach you, buddy. Okay. I didn't even get her name.
So we can start over.
Start all over. Sorry, my fault.
Well, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Catherine Lloyd, and I'm with the Quest Upward Bound program from Tahlequah, and my partner and I, who has the Quest Upward Bound program here in Okmulgee County, we brought, I'd say probably about 15 families came today to fill out their financial aid, their pre-application for student financial aid, federal student aid, pre-application for federal student aid, which was the most beneficial. And they are, presently, some of them are in the scholarship seminar and some are in the financial aid seminar.
Well, what do you think some of the aspects that the students needed of this event or things that the students needed the most?
The information about financial aid, that was very, very beneficial, absolutely. It was an eye-opener for the parents as well as the students.
And what are some other things that you found beneficial? Or,
Well, what were some of the other things you found that were beneficial from
Well,
the
of course, we
event?
enjoyed the snacks. Those are always wonderful. The snacks are always wonderful anytime you have a meeting. And just the trip, bringing the parents down here, we provided the transportation, and the trip bringing parents down here and students down here in the car and the vehicles with them for this amount of time. That was good to have that exposure with them. Then the fact that the students and the parents had a little more exposure to the OSU Okmulgee campus also. I think they benefited from that, definitely.
Okay, and you can say.
Do I look at him or do I look at you?
Look at him all the time.
I look at him all the time.
Don't look at me
Okay.
at all.
All right, we can do that. Well, it gives them more exposure, one, to
Ask that question again.
Why do you think events like this are beneficial to students who are looking to go to college?
Well, for one thing, it gives them more exposure to the college campus. They see, the more acquainted they can be with the college campuses, the more confident they are about going to college. Then the separate seminars and the educational facilities that you conducted today, those are very important because the more a person knows about the things that are expected for college, the more confident they'll feel about going.
Do Do you think this is something that parents can benefit from as well?
Absolutely. The parents that came with us today said that they learned a lot and they appreciated it, and now they know more what to expect in helping their children get ready for the second year of college.
I think one thing, let's ask that FAFSA. You talked about FAFSA, but you always struggle to say what it is. I think you could just say FAFSA and talk about how important it is.
Okay.
So just ask what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
And just don't try to say what it stands for. 'Cause actually
I
he'll
stumble.
say it. He'll say
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. The FAFSA is one of the most important things that a parent and student can learn to fill out, because that is the basis of all student aid before they go to college. And it must be completed before they enter their first year of college.
That's the only thing there is. I didn't know they made anything. How was your food on this last trip? Did you get good food? All you wanted? When did they get his mama fixed it up? She said that.
But the campus board, they'll start right over here. He's giving me these dirty little things. So where are you gonna go to school when you get older? Oh, you. And you're wearing an OSUIT jersey? Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. I'll let you keep this one, because that.
Go up there and give Pistol Pete a high five. Hey, how you doing, man? Have you had your picture taken with Pistol Pete yet? Come on, do it. We'll get you on TV too. Oh, thanks.
Oh, these are the ones that we have. No, those are registration. These were what they gave us.
Let me get a picture of you taking a picture.
She wants a picture of you taking a picture.
From last night.
Yeah, do it. You gonna do it again? Kind of cut off Pete's head, didn't you?
I'll go ahead and fill it out.
Yeah.
Not like when your tour gets over, you're back to work. So you got plenty of time. I'm up front, sign the form, where you're practicing. Or is that the only place? Let's hope you are. Because you can.
Go ahead, that's okay.
There's, it's not, you know, you're not really.
The one with the egg, right?
Can I get behind you taking another, can I get a picture of you taking her picture again? One, wait just a second. Okay, one more time. And then I want to get a close-up of her smiling with Pete.
All these here on the back will be the initial all those.
Great. Hold the phone up so I can zoom in on the picture you got.
Oh, make sure the last group in there fills out their evaluation.
Once they set it down, there's gonna be a packet.
Is that what you gave it to you? Okay, yeah, she had it back there. Okay.
So we're just a little further.
Yeah, a little bit.
We haven't said. Because of this year it was 123 else unpaid hours. And that was I will look for one of our copies.
Yeah, our campus TV. Now, just tell me your name.
My name is Carla Livesey.
And how do you spell that?
Carla with a C.
Okay.
And Livesey is Livesay.
Okay. And Carla, tell me a little bit about why you decided to come here and whether it was helpful.
I decided to come here today because I am an upward bound counselor. I have 50 students in Okmulgee County that are in my program, and we are partners with OSU Okmulgee. We come here in the summertime to summer school, and I knew that this would be very helpful for my seniors, help them with all the information that they need on how to get scholarships for college, how to fill out the financial aid form, and actually filling that out. So I knew it was wonderful.
And so, do you think that the kids that came here today, why do you think they got the information that they needed? Getting feedback that kind of helped you understand that?
I think they got the information they needed because of the wonderful setup that you have, the way that the students can move from seminar to seminar and receive help, ask questions, whatever they need to do.
Good. And would you recommend this for anybody else? If so,
oh, yes, absolutely. It's wonderful. It is just wonderful. And not all of the colleges in the surrounding area even offer this service. This is fantastic.
Good.
Spring, summer, we do go year round.
Okay.
So there'll be full 2 years. But there's, like I said, there's internships and lots of breaks in there.
And then for that, I mean, I know it's in there, but it does all like the design phase,
Yes.
construction supervision phase.
You know, what this program's designed to do is there's people out there that are really good at designing blueprints. There's people out there that can read them. There's people that are out there that are pouring concrete. There's people out there, you know, for all these little different aspects. These people know how to do all of it and pull it together, manage it, and
They
oversee
do it all.
Yes, they're kind of the ones that are sitting there making sure everything's done together,
Okay.
making sure everybody's doing their job and that it's all put together correctly.
Okay.
You can see right here, you know, they're working there on the VOK in the background. Have you been in the VOK since
No,
you
I have
completed?
not been in.
I haven't been in it
So
either.
hopefully
I
that-
drove by it and it's very, very impressive.
yeah,
So I'm excited to go in there. But, there's a big demand for it right now. There's a lot of openings in there. It's one of those things, if you don't like, you know, driving nails so much, you like being overseas projects, that's what it is. We have a
This
lot of
is
people
where it
sometimes
is.
think construction and they just
Mhm.
have this negative image, think
Right.
it's, you know.
Carpentry side.
Yes, exactly. And this is kind of more being overseeing it,
Mhm.
putting everything together, making sure everything works together properly.
cutting
Keeping,
edge.
keeping on, you know, plan,
Okay.
keeping on the time frame, making sure it's all.
Like
done
for
well.
blueprint blueprint interpretation and
And
things
in this
like that.
classroom too, can you get into the classrooms also?
Mhm.
There's some, they've got some blueprints in here in large numbers, so you can see some of the
Oh,
tools
that'd
and
be
everything
good
that
to
you would,
see.
that you would use.
He
in
likes
there.
designing things
Yeah.
a lot.
It's a really good program, but
Okay.
I'm just amazed at, you know, how they can take blueprints.
Oh,
and
totally.
design
I just
them.
watched the whole thing go up over time. And
Mhm.
so one of the interns worked on this?
Mhm. I'm not sure which one it is. There's one of our instructors, they went up there.
Oh,
But,
okay. That kind of looks like him.
Yeah, that guy right there is a graduate.
This guy right here?
He actually managed the whole project.
Oh, my God.
He's the one that's right on the cover of
That's incredible.
your.
Yeah, this is north-south,
Yes.
east, where the drive comes in
Yes.
from the loop here.
Yes. So this is great, like, you know, here's the parking lot, you know, how they're going to do it. This kind of, they have all these, they have designs for, I've seen different big, huge buildings, they just try and bring them all in, the students can learn how.
Oh, this is three-dimensional.
Mhm.
See that? That is cool. Oh, kind of from beginning to end, really.
Yes, I mean, what they're going to be, you know, one of the things that they do is try to make sure everybody stays on their time frame, keeps things
Oh,
going.
like by the phases and
Yes.
whatnot, each
Yes.
phase.
And so, I mean, they have to know all, I mean, this is the storm sewer and detention system.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they have to know all
For
of it.
wastewater management.
Yes.
Yeah. That is, oh, for elevation.
Mhm.
See the elevation?
It gets pretty in-depth.
Yeah, all of it, yeah, that is.
Some of these are, you know,
That's,
Greek to me, but
Yeah. Elevation.
general notes, you know, all excavation, you know.
For everything, for each
Yes,
step.
laying of pipe, bedding, backfilling, cleanup, I mean, there's
Oh,
erosion
okay.
control notes. There's a lot that goes into it, and they even teach all the students all the aspects. And
Okay.
so, I mean, some of it might be a little confusing to you, but when you get done, you know what to do with this. It means something to you. But I really like, you know, they've got the anchoring details of the building.
Three-dimensional.
Yes, everything, so. And then, like I said, they have every
This has to
detail
be
in here.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
up here.
And then they've also have, I think this is so cool.
Oh, look here.
The rural health center, you know, they've got some, I've seen, they've had the design plans over here for that before, and what we really pride ourselves upon, we want the students to have, we want them to have that real life work experience,
Right.
something they can actually use that knowledge. So much of our training is more hands-on than just reading something out of the book. And that's why our, you know, our graduates are, you know, so desirable out there. These aren't these are trades and skills. It's not something you can learn just from picking up a book. If I want to construct a building, I just don't open a how to construct a building book and, you know, start about it.
You have to
it's
actually be out there doing it.
Yes, and that's one of the things we really like our students to have is that hands-on training, because you can learn so much in a controlled environment where you really get that education out there on internships, you know, looking at actual projects going on.
So is one of the trimesters in the actual internship,
Yes, they'll be out there.
like the last one?
I'm really not sure on which it is. A lot of
Right.
our programs, you know, some of our programs are here for 7.5 weeks, out for 7.5 weeks. Some of them, they're here fall and spring and out summer.
Yeah.
And I don't want to tell you, 'cause I don't
Oh,
want to tell you
okay,
the
that's-
wrong.
It's on. Okay, so Steve, in the automotive area, what value did you see in today's event in terms of impacting the lives of students and parents?
Well, I think it reinforced what some of the students already knew about us and our programs for them, so that was a positive impact. But I think the real value was for the moms and dads. Moms and dads had heard about the school, heard about the program from their children, but to come here and see the equipment and see the partnerships and see what we can really do to change their lives, I think left them leaving saying, this is a good deal and I really want my son or daughter to enroll.
And do you think the financial aid stuff was helpful to them? And in what way do you think their eyes were open into kind of the whole perspective of college?
I think a lot of parents don't understand all the different kinds of financial aid that could be available to send their child to college. And so I think the service that the college is providing to help them over that hurdle is probably invaluable. They may not have taken that time on their own, but they're certainly willing to sit down with our experts, learn about what's available and how to do that, and they left appreciative, I'm sure.
And that pretty much wraps up our tour. So if you have any questions or you need help with anything, just let myself, Jake, or Jamie know, and we're glad to help you out. Also, in your orange bags, you should have a evaluation sheet for the tour. We ask that you take a few moments and fill that out for us. Just kind of give us an idea of how good we're doing and what we need to add to the tour and things like that. So, any questions or anything? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
There you go. If you want to stop, you can take it back in here. We already turned in this and stuff.
Okay, now just kind of, well, here's two girls, so just go ahead and get them in there.
We're using you as a testing.
Go get a picture.
Girls, come here. Girls, get over there.
What?
And Jamie, where's Jamie?
Jamie's outside. She's talking to
1,
Serena
2,
Wade.
3.
Okay, now let me get on the other side.
Okay, one more, girls.
Now we get one with. Now kind of move away from Pete and then have her direct you to get closer to him.
Okay, I'll do this.
I thought I was. Okay, I'm rolling.
Get closer. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now do it one more time and I'll be real close on them now. Okay, wait, I wasn't rolling. Do it one more time.
1.
No, make them go in and do that again one more time. I wasn't rolling, yeah.
Go.
That's good because that wasn't a very crooked one.
Okay, I'll do it from here.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
getting
now I'm
closer,
rolling.
girls. 1, 2, 3. How's that?
Much better.
Yeah. Lindsay's not gonna take one? 1, 2, 3.
You don't really want the cookie though, but I touched it. I'll cut it here. I'll be later. Okay.
There's Megan, she went in the restroom.
What do we do with Ron? What do we do with him? Oh man, I should have got my hat.
Jake are relegated.
Okay, I'll get in the back somewhere.
Here, get on your
Is someone gonna stop that one?
I'm gonna snap it, or
Okay.
are you gonna do it, Corey?
What do I gotta do? Where's the button?
It's the round button. It's the top one.
Take several so they can all
Say
smile.
1, 2, 3.
Like that?
Yes.
Except what I was saying, okay, just checking. Want to make sure I had the right button. I'm like, I don't have everybody in the picture. You just scrunch.
Get the pistols out.
Everybody get close.
Don't cover up somebody else. Let's see, are they still in there? You're still missing one. What,
Who
if
am I
one
missing?
person could be kneeling down in the front. Okay, there you go. And now you need to come over here.
Megan squishing.
I'm glad you're here, Rex.
Big check. Where?
Right, yeah, right behind that. Yeah, there you go, right in there, just squeeze. Now you don't need to squeeze in so much.
Okay.
Much tighter shot.
1, 2, 3. Did the flash go off?
No, do it one more time.
Is it
Pedro,
supposed
kind
to?
of raise your head up just a tad so it doesn't shade your eyes.
Do the digital still camera or the photo?
It's the top one.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Is it?
Didn't flash.
Try the other one.
Oh, maybe it is.
1, 2, 3. It's not doing anything, so it's not the bottom one.
That's weird. It was flashing.
Smile. There we go. Good enough.
Yeah, it looks.
Is that a good pick?
Was somebody moving?
Okay. Everybody, ready for it again?
Okay, one try.
1. Oops. 1,
Trigger happy.
2, 3. Okay. There's like 50 of them on there.